I think with this album we did a lot more working together.
We learnt from History of Modern that actually being in the same room when the creative process is happening is better than just sending things up and down the internet.
We're not one of these bands that sort of has to go back to the old analogue years. We're happy to embrace all the modern technology, and we're always kind of updating our technology, so it's probably a bit more updated than History of Modern.
The inspiration for the album has come from quite a broad collection of thoughts and feelings. One of the strengths of this album is that it's got a holistic feel to it because it has been largely conceived and written within a 2-year time period. Sometimes the idea of literally stripping it down to a bass drum, a snare drum, a hi-hat, a single chord, the melody, the vocal, and I think actually consciously doing that has led us to have a clarity and a simplicity which is a definite strength on this record.
It's like being kids again, really, because that's when we first started the band. There were no rules, there were no pressures, so we could be totally free artistically to do whatever the heck we felt like doing. And we've come full circle and we're back in that position again, and it's a lovely position to be in, really, because we have real freedoms. There's no pressures, there's no record companies on our cases.
And strangely enough, actually, when we don't adhere to any particular pattern and we don't care about whether we sell records or how they're going to be received, we generally actually make our best music.
Yeah, I think the good thing about the digital age now is that you can really vary the formats. I mean, we were very restricted in the 80s. You just made like a 12-inch album and that was it. But now in the digital age, it affords you the opportunity to provide lots of different things because a lot of people want the digital download. So for people who don't want that, you can do special packaging. You know, we've been doing a box set recently, and we can do 12-inch vinyl, we can do 7-inch vinyl, and do it in kind of a very luxury way.
History of Modern was a great collection of songs in the various OMD styles. I think this has a much tighter focus. Essentially, Paul and I are different guys, and when we can do things on our own, and there are tracks on this album that, you know, Paul has mostly done on his own, and there's stuff that I've mostly done on my own. But when you're doing a whole collection of songs over a fairly condensed period of time, it's just wonderful to have that opportunity to have somebody that you can dovetail into. And we've always said this, that we are very different people, so that we bring different elements, but when it fits together, it's so entirely complementary. It really makes for something that neither of us could execute left to our own devices.